Hello, my name is Elijah Wells. Comes a new year, comes new movies from a wide variety of different genres, different mediums, and directors even making a comeback, or them starting to slow down a bit, or we keep saying that this is going to be bigger than that one. I'm pretty sure 2019 will be getting even bigger. Okay, but first, before we look into what films I can't wait to see in 2019 and my opinions, I'm going to lay some few ground rules. Like no movies that was released in much of the world in the US in 2018, like Just the Favorite, Welcome to Marvel, and Ollie and Stan. Although they're going to be released in the UK in 2019, but they're released in much of the world in 2018. And also, this is based on UK releases. Not the United States, but my beautiful country, the United Kingdom. Sorry if I came off a bit racist. And also, if a film that you really want to see I'm not mentioned it, chances are it's not on my radar yet. Chances are it's probably like a festival favorite, or it just pops up when the year goes on. And without further ado, let's see what movies I cannot wait to see, and what films I don't want to watch. Winter releases! Starting off with January, the 18th of January, that comes Glass. A film by M. Night Shyamalan, which is a sequel to both Split and Unbreakable, where it sees the Beast pitted together against Samuel L. Jackson's Elijah Price and Bruce Willis. Yeah, when I saw the trailer, people was like, is M. Night Shyamalan joking or not? Of course, if people actually watch Split, I was like, oh, it's happening, there we are doing it. The trailer looked pretty damn cool. And so this movie, after M. Night Shyamalan had a slump from the mid-2000s to the mid-2010s, he looks like he's going to be back on a roll again with Glass. Make M. Night Shyamalan great again. And also, in 1st of February, there's How to Train Your Dragon, The Hidden World, where Toothless falls for Whitey. Sure, that's kind of a bit racist, but yeah. Yeah, it's said to be the final installment of the entire How to Train Your Dragon trilogy. Yeah, I feel like they are trying to hide something really big, and I hope they probably do a massive punch on me. I feel like they are hiding something, but it's going to be a matter of time, or when it gets released, to see what really happens, what's the emotional impact, since it is going to be the end of the trilogy. Coming up in 6th of February is Alita Battle Angels. After huge delays, it was originally going to be released in August 2018, but delayed to December 2018, now February 2019. Outside these delays that indicate could bomb in the box office or have a lot of reshoots, but I cannot say I can't want to watch it, because reason being, James Cameron is producing. He's done the first two Titanic movies. He's done Aliens. He's done Avatar. He's done Titanic. This is the type of movie that you just instantly said, I'm gonna watch it. You got me on that. It's also directed by Robert Rodriguez, who did Spy Kids and Sin City, which is a movie that agreeably looks a lot different from what films he's done, like Machete and Desperados. Yeah, of course, I'm kind of looking for what the film is, but yeah. 8th of February is Lego Movie 2, where Emmett goes into space, and Bricksburg is now an apocalyptic wasteland. I like the original, so I kind of want to watch that one as well. Yeah, knowing that I kind of really like the film. Yeah, it has Queen Whatever, yeah, who is this unicorn space queen who can morph into different animals. Well, just from watching the trailer. Of course, this 15th of February, there is A Kid Who Would Be King of the... It's pretty much, when I watched the trailer, it's a kid who summons legends. Like Like, he becomes King Arthur, and there's King Merlin in the mix, and there's this big, massive army. Yeah, it's directed by Joe Cornish, who directed Attack the Block, which is a film which is a British sleeper hit movie, which I really do like, really do appreciate. So, if reviews go their way, I could see if the kid becomes a king. Spring releases! Going into March, we have Captain Marvel, which DC beat him to the punch for first female solo film with Wonder Woman, but Captain Marvel, although a movie that's second chronologically after Captain America: The First Avenger, this movie it has the ability to intrigue you with its teaser, because it's a movie that is set in the 90s. Nick Fury has 2 eyes, and Captain Marvel has a penchant for punching the elderly. Just kidding. And also the main antagonist is played by Ben Mendelsohn. So that's already you already got me sold there. Yeah, I kinda wanna see how this movie connected dots to Infinity Wars. I'm guessing Nick Fury was using Captain Marvel as just a last resort if all things go wrong. But I kinda want to see how it's just I think we all want to watch it, just how it connects the dots between Infinity War with the post-credit scene. What if she was introduced earlier? Who knows? But 15th of March, there's Jordan Peele's Us, which is about a family that has been cloned to pretty much get them. Well, I can't watch the trailer this Christmas. I felt it was really freaky as usual, like Jordan Peele's other film he did, Get Out, which I absolutely like. Yeah, this one it had the poster. It gets a bit sinister. It's holding scissors like this. You can tell something is really sinister when someone's holding scissors like this, like, I joined a cult and I'm liking it. You can tell just by poster something's going down a bit sinister. And there's a plot about cloning. And it has that one lady from The Handmaid's Tale, Elizabeth Moss. Of course, 29th of March, there's Dumbo. Okay, out of Aladdin and Lion King, the Disney remakes, this is the one film I'm least excited for, because not just the plot is kind of a bit thin, because if you watch the original anime film, if you watch it a bit too honestly, you can think it's just kind of just thin enough to have an 80-minute runtime, and the movie and me reacting to live action remake was like, don't get me wrong, I like the animated movie it was based on. I'm not talking crap about the movie. I was just like, okay, I felt like, seriously, you're adapting this? Because how are you going to like extend the movie? Yeah, they're gonna have Michael Keaton as his main antagonist character, and that Dumbo has some human friends. Well, I don't know what happened to the mice, the talking mice, but I don't know what's gonna happen to him. Yeah, I think it's Dumbo, but more extended, or the scrap direct-to-video sequel that John Lasseter killed off when he took over Disney before he left. But 5th of April, there's three films that piqued our interest, like Shazam, starring that one other guy from Alvin and Chipmunks sequels, and Flynn from Tangled as the most millennial superhero ever, who has the power of electricity and being a small boy to be a pre-puffed up man, like beefed up within an instant, like, this is better than One Punch Man, yeah! Yeah, I think this, after the brilliant reviews of Aquaman, I kinda want to see this movie, without question. Next is Stephen King's Pet Sematary. After a remake of it being a huge box office smash, yeah, it's no wonder why Jason Clarke is picking this one. Probably going to hit it out of the park. Where pets come out from the grave and become demons. Nasty stuff. Yeah, I'm kind of curious about the movie, but I kind of want to see the original. Next up, 5th of April, is Missing Link by Leica Animations, who did Coraline, Paranorman, and Kubo and Two Strings. Yeah, this is about a creature who finds out he is not the last of his species and goes across world journey to find him with Hugh Jackman and Zach Galifianakis. Yeah, I think this one is going to be like huge Oscar. This is probably has like probably going to win the Oscar just for the very beautiful animation, and knowing that the studio hasn't even won an Oscar yet, except they got nominated for visual effects for Kubo and Two Strings, which is kind of a surprise. But who knows? This could be a big Oscar win for Kubo. Like Hell Park. 5th of April, there's Wonder Park. Okay. Could watch it with the kids. 12th of April, there's Hellboy, which is a reboot without Ron Perlman and without Guillermo del Toro, but has David Harbour from Stranger Things. Okay, to be honest, I could watch the movie on a plane or DVD, but go watch it if the review's good already. But here's the one movie you pretty much came to see. Avengers Endgame, where after the snap that wiped out half of humanity and Tony Stark being stranded in space with Nebula, or the Blue Scottish Lady, and Ant-Man is somehow still alive after being trapped in the quantum realm. How did he get out? I don't know. We'll find out. Of course, I'm guessing from the fan theories and set photos, they go back in time to reverse the snap, or just collect the Infinity Stones before Thanos did, or just live in a new dimension. And it's going to close like the 22 film arc, and that was been setting up for like 11 years. It's going to be not just a reboot, but a rebirth within a universe. But who knows? Who knows? Only time. And coming out around 2 weeks later, there's Pokemon Detective Pikachu. But this movie is going to be like guilty pleasure fun or a dismal disappointment. Since after the scathing reviews of Dragon Ball Evolution, the middling reception of Ghost in the Shell, and you just straight up ignored Death Note, this movie is kind of make or break for anime being adapted into cinema. Before like Cowboy Bebop gets adapted by Netflix, and Ghost in the Shell still being true to its anime form by getting adapted by Netflix again. What's with anime and Netflix? I don't really like together like peanut butter and jelly. Yeah, who knows? This movie could be fun or just the worst film of the year. There's John Wick Chapter 3. I need to see the other two films, so please don't hurt me. And almost rounding out May. There's Aladdin, which is a movie I'm pretty keen to see. It has Will Smith as the genie, and it apparently has new songs written by the same duo who did Great Showman and La La Land. The movie is going to be as magical as the original, despite not having Robin Williams in it. Of course, at the same time, there's Rocket Man! This movie is not a biopic on Kim Jong-un. It's a biopic on Elton John. After Bohemian Rhapsody pretty much won people over in the box office, despite the middling critical reception, Dexter Fletcher, who directed the little bit of Bohemian Rhapsody, is coming back to direct Elton John biopic, how he became an outcast in Royal School of Music, and how his LGBT relationships, and how he became a superstar in his own medium. Next, last two films I'm going to mention this spring is Godzilla King of Monsters. Holy hell, the trailer from the Comic-Con San Diego is flipping epic. You have the remix of Claire Delon and the hugely destructive nature of monsters. Seriously, and that girl from Stranger Things as well. This movie, the trailer just blew me away just for its epic scope. Seriously, if you haven't seen the trailer, just Google it. Godzilla, King of Monsters, San Diego Comic-Con trailer. You will not be disappointed. And the last one of spring is Secret Life of Pets 2. Yeah, this movie kind of ran into trouble after a fiery Louis C.K. after it came out he was a bit of a perv. Yeah, this time I think it's gonna be like interconnecting storylines rather than a whole narrative. With Max going to the vets and Chloe learning that she can purr like a pussycat. And the Kevin Hart rabbit becomes a superhero. Probably not going to save Kevin Hart's homophobic tweets. Summer releases! Coming out this summer, there's The Dark Phoenix, directed by Simon Kinberg, which this time focuses on Sophie Turner's character from the prequel X-Men trilogy. After the okay reviews of Apocalypse and the brilliant reviews of Days of Future Past and First Class, I'm presuming this is the movie, although set in the 90s like Captain Marvel, it's going to close off the prequel arc. There's Men in Black International. My reaction is, yeah, I think the trailer alone, I'm not too sure about the movie. I'm not really sold on it yet, but we'll just see if time can tell if the movie's going to be any good. So far I'm not too sold on it. There's Shaft. 2 words. Damn right. There's Toy Story 4. When you thought the franchise isn't over, they'll just say, okay, we got another one. Yeah, when I was young, I thought Toy Story 3 was going to be the final installment of the film, but whoopie-doo, Pixar said, no, we have more adventures. Is it the adventures where they go to Taiwan? No. From the leaked story, it's Woody going to find Bo Peep, the sheep, the lady who looks after the sheep. And it teases a fairground story, since the trailer and poster indicates they're in a fairground. And it has a fork thing that's in denial that's a toy. In the age where craft is a thing. And also there's Lion King. Shut up, take my money, I'm going to see Lion King. No matter what you say, I'm going to watch it. I love the trailer of the original movie. And knowing that James Earl Jones is returning to reprise his roles, Hans Zimmer's doing the music, along with Elton John and Tim Rice, you have me with my money. So shut up, take my money, and I'll watch your movie. Simple, you got me sold there. 26th of July, there's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. This movie is directed by Quentin Tarantino. Although the movie was originally going to be involved with the Weinsteins, but they cut deals after the huge sex scandal that pretty much plagued a year ago. This time it has Leonardo DiCaprio in his first film in 4 years. Seriously, where's he been? Brad Pitt, and Margot Robbie, and I think one of the Fannies, Dakota or Ellie Fanning. It's about two wannabe actors during the late 60s when the Manson murders were a thing. Got me sold. Since he made huge moves to Pulp Fiction, Reservoir Dogs, Kill Bill, Glorious Bastards, and Django Unchained, and more recently Hateful Eight. Of course, there's Hobbs and Shaw, which is a spin-off of the Fast and Furious franchise. Guessing by what's on the news recently, since I'm British, they go to Yorkshire, going to Leeds and Doncaster. Just kidding, probably just substitutes for London, or they just go to London. I kind of want to see a story where they go to Yorkshire. And also there's New Mutants, which is a movie I'm really now just concerned about because the movie had a lot of delays and in fact much of the film's been reshot. This could either be a good sign like Rogue One and Thor Ragnarok, where they've apparently reshot a lot of the movie, or it's going to be a complete bum like Solo and Fantastic Four, which is they just reshot the movie to be more boring and derivative. But knowing that reshoots just indicate the movie's going to be an absolute gamble, and that the movie's been severely delayed to death, the movie this could indicate the film could bomb, the worst case scenario. But who knows? The movie could win over me. There's Artist Fiel, a film by Kenneth Branagh. This time I was like, I'm not too sold on it yet, because I don't think anyone's really sold on it, because when the trailer came out, people were like, no, give me Avengers 4 trailer, no. People were really not sold on a trailer. It's not like Ghostbusters, where people are like, no way, never, no. I think people are not really that sold on it yet. And 16th of August, there's Dora the Explorer with Michael Pena and produced by Michael Bay. Okay, this movie has ridiculous written all over it because Michael Bay is producing. Although he has produced the well-received Bumblebee and the even better and he produced the critically acclaimed Quiet Place, even though his previous efforts like botching the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and choking the Transformers to death. But who knows? Dora the Explorer could be good. Autumn releases. This autumn, the movie gets really interesting. There's It Chapter 2 with Jessica Chastain in it. Pretty much a movie that takes place some 20 years after the original. And I need to see the original because it's too spooky for me, but there's no excuse now, I'm going to have to watch it. There's Downton Abbey. My mum would want to watch it because she loves the Downton Abbey series. Spies in Disguise. Oh look! Will Smith is a pigeon for an hour and a half. Yeah, the trailer looks really stupid. No. There's Joker, directed by a guy who did Hangover trilogy and has Joaquin Phoenix, where he plays the Joker with all this classical makeup and being shot all around New York and the leaked set photos and videos. You have me sold. I'm interested. There's Jumanji Man by Ang Lee and Will Smith, which the movie, just reading the plotline alone, is just a remake of Looper. Originality died. There's Zombieland 2, 11th of October. I haven't seen the original. Apparently, probably have more Bill Murray zombies, I hope. And a week later, there's Shaun the Sheep, Farmageddon, when the farm with Shaun the Sheep in it gets invaded by aliens. Yeah, just the trailer and the cheesy as hell poster. I can't want to watch it. Don't judge me. I want to watch it. 25th of October. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. The Adam Families is back with Oscar Isaac, Chloe Grace Moretz, and Charlize Theron. I remember vaguely watching the original 1990s movie, but can't wait to see where this one goes. There's the Terminator 6, or the Terminator reboot. After the dismal reception, both critically and commercially, about Terminator Genisys, this movie is just going to completely start from scratch. The movie being executive producer by James Cameron, who's doing Alita Battle Angels. This movie is make or break for the franchise. If it makes, the franchise lives for now, or breaks, the franchise is dead. Mainly because there's only just two films that people actually like. There's the first one and Judgment Day. That's it. But who knows? Terminator could be the Halloween, being the movie that people were a bit pessimistic about, but ended up liking. There's A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, about a story about Mr. Rogers, portrayed by Tom Hanks. Yeah, pretty much after Mr. Rogers became a subject for a documentary, Why Won't You Be My Neighbor, which is Oscar contention for a best documentary. Yeah, and this one's portrayed by Tom Hanks. Going into November, there's Kingsman 3, which apparently won't have Eggsy in it this time, and there's apparently a prequel. After the pretty pessimistic reviews of the second film, just been for criticised for a lack of originality and the over-reliance on product placements. I'm a bit skeptical about this one. With no equity, I don't know what this one's going into, since apparently this one is going to World War One. But who knows? 22nd of November, Frozen 2. How the hell is this still a thing? Frozen 2. Seriously, let it go now. Yeah, apparently all voice is done. I feel like, oh my word, it's still going. I hope Disney's not going back to the dark phase where they just relied on sequels to make the money. Yeah, we all know how that came out. Going into Christmas, there's Jumanji 3. I kinda like the sequel, so I wonder what Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart and Karen Gillan are up to this time. Since I kinda like the sequel, despite some flaws, but I kinda like it. There's Masters of the Universe. Literally nothing's known about the movie, so we're going. No cast have been announced, and that is still in pre-production. Chances are it's going to be delayed. 2 more movies to mention. There's Cats. With the movie just instantly intrigued me because not just Tom Hooper, the director of King's Speech and Les Miserables and Danish Girls attached to direct. It's produced by Steven Spielberg, which kind of interested me a lot more. The cast, even so, with Judi Dench and Ian McKellen, Taylor Swift and Jennifer Hudson, James Corden. And of course, I felt like, this kind of really intrigued me because I love the musical. I love the direct-to-video movie they released in the late 90s. This movie is like, you have me sold. Yeah, apparently it's going to be a slightly different from the original musical, but who knows? I can't wait to watch it. And finally, there's Sonic the Hedgehog. Will it be the best movie based on video game ever, or will it go down like Sonic 06? There's one film I've got to mention. It's Star Wars Episode 9. I think everyone's a bit pessimistic at this point now because everyone's worst suspicions come true about Disney handling Star Wars. After the pretty middling response of Last Jedi and the abysmal disappointment of Solo, pretty much the stakes are all the way up the roof to see if the movie goes out with a fart or goes out with a bang. Only time tells. This time, with Carrie Fisher using old recycled footage, we'll have to see where this movie goes really from now, because after that, what happens now? But anyways, all movies are subject to delays, and this is Elijah Wells, and bye!